Hey guys, Dan Dravidi here, hope you're all well. Apologies for doing this video on a sofa. This is a new sofa that I just took delivery of this week. It's really comfy. I got it from Sofology, you can just see it there, so it's quite a nice corner sofa. You can see all that. Yeah, and I was just chilling here, sort of on my new sofa, all on my own, kids and everything around. And I thought I would do one of the videos that I've been planning on doing. And this video is really all about mindset and attitude. A lot of people ask me, what is the one thing, Dan, that you would ask, you would tell me to do to change, to become more successful, or to achieve my goals, or to have more time, or to leave my job, whatever the goal is. And I always bring it back to mindset and attitude. Now, from a very early age, when I didn't have a lot going for me. I don't come from money. I didn't do very well at school. I didn't have great inventions or anything really. I just knew that I wanted to be successful. I wanted to be in a position where I could take care of my family, and I wanted to be in a position where I could help other people. The one thing I knew that I had, that I could control, that I could improve, and I could always build on, was my attitude and was my mindset. So no matter how difficult things seemed, no matter how ambitious my goals were, I knew if my mindset didn't listen to the naysayers or the negativity, nothing else could hold me back. And don't get me wrong, you don't achieve every goal you set, you don't achieve all the successes that you want, but if you don't hold yourself back, you definitely reduce the number of hurdles that can be put up in front of you. And there will be a lot of organic hurdles that come up in anything that you want to do. But don't put more up by listening to your negative mindset. Try and have a mindset that will help you move forward. And it's all well and good having a mindset, but it's having the attitude when it actually comes to doing the doing. And one of the things that I like to talk about or tell people is I remember when I had a job and I was working, it was probably 6-7 years ago now, and I'd been working away and I got home and I'd been drinking sort of the night before, so I was a little bit tired, really didn't want to do anything, and there was a landlords association meeting, and I really could not be bothered to go. And I'd been away from the wife and kids, with the baby at the time, and it was a real slog to get myself to go. But I said, no, I've made a commitment to go to these meetings. I've made a commitment to do whatever I can to achieve my goals, and going to this meeting is one of them. And I remember driving there thinking, all I need is an excuse to turn back. I'm like praying for someone to ring me to say, can you do something? So I have to turn back and do some work, but it didn't happen. And I remember thinking, this meeting, there's never very many people there. The topics, it was a bit boring. Presentation isn't always great. I got there early, and I was like 45 minutes early, so there's no one else there. So I got the time slightly wrong, so I remember thinking, should I just go home? But I didn't. I stuck and I stayed, and the topic, the presentation for the evening was about student accommodation, which I have an interest in, and I was obviously buying properties and renting them to students at the time. So I thought, okay, this has been a good decision to come. I remember being quite active in the presentation, asking loads of questions, giving an opinion on some of the topics, because I thought whatever I'm gonna get out of this presentation, I'm gonna make the most of it, and that's by putting as much in as I can. And I remember one of the housing association members who runs it came and sat next to me in the break, and he was asking me questions and asking what I was doing and how I was finding things. And we got onto the topic of what I was looking to start to do, and I was doing more ensuite rooms for the student market, more double bedrooms so you could get the double beds in, TVs on walls, nice kitchens, nice finishes, those sorts of things. And I remember him pointing to two chaps, and he said, that's what these guys do, maybe you should have a chat with them. And I did. When the presentation finished, ended up chatting to these guys, and everyone had left by then and lights were being turned off. We got on really well, and I ended up becoming really good friends with these guys, and we ended up doing a couple of deals together. And I just think back to that moment when I just made that decision to go to that meeting, when I had nothing to get out of it. I had no direct, I'm going to that meeting to get X, Y, and Z out of it. It was just the attitude at the time of dragging myself out of a comfort zone that actually led to many great things and a great friendship. We all set goals. We all want to be seen to be doing as much as we can to achieve those goals. But the key measure, the key test, is when you're on your own and you can think of every excuse not to do something. You have the discipline to still do it. And having that discipline to still do what you should be doing is the difference. Sorry, I've got a screwdriver. in my hand. And that discipline consistently over a period of time is what will help you achieve whatever your goals are. So going back to mindset, so I'm sat here on my sofa in a barn that's recently been converted, and I'll just quickly show you like the view I've got down to the office there. Now, I remember when this barn came up for sale, it was like I'd won the lottery and I hadn't even won it. Haven't even won the bid to buy it yet. I'd been leafleting the house, which I assumed owned this barn, for years. Even when I didn't have the means to buy this barn, I remember stopping in my car, getting any scrap bit of paper, writing on there, "I'm interested in buying your barn. Please give me a call. Here's my number," and posting it through the letterbox. I did that maybe half a dozen times. I never got a phone call back. And I remember when it came for sale and I came to see it, and maybe a little bit naively, all I could see was the finish. Not the 450-year-old derelict barn that was pretty close to falling down. Not the piles and piles of pigeon shit. Not the rotten wood and the walls that were nearly falling down because they didn't have foundations. And not the huge mammoth task that I eventually would undertake to convert a barn. All I could see was the finish. And that finish had been in my mindset since I first drove past the barn, whilst I still had a job, before I became more involved in property development and property investment. My mindset was that not only was I going to own a barn like this one day, but I was also going to do the conversion and the finish exactly how I could picture it. We talk about the law of attraction, and I have done another video, I haven't uploaded it yet, on the law of attraction, how powerful it is. But the mindset to believe in your own ability to achieve something because you have the right attitude, it is just so powerful. Now, I have achieved a barn conversion that I had pictured in my mind years ago, and I haven't been able to do that through my ability to do the building work, because I can't even lay a brick. It's been with the attitude in my ability and my belief to overcome these many hurdles in order to achieve the mindset and the goal that I had in my head. And that's really what this video is all about. It's pinpointing, no matter what situation you are in right now, whether you're in tens of thousands of pounds of debt, or whether you are about to go bankrupt, or whether you are running a business which isn't succeeding, or you're in financial difficulty, or you're actually really comfortable in a job and your finances are all in place, but you're just unhappy with maybe your time and how you're spending it with your family versus your workload. I don't know. It's not important, and it doesn't matter to me what circumstances you're in terms of where you are. It's about, if you want to be somewhere different, if you want one thing to change, it's your mindset and your attitude towards that. And if you do that, you will eventually start to take the steps to indirectly achieve those goals. You won't take one step and achieve it. You'll take lots of small steps over time. It's a little bit like that film, I don't know if you've watched it, Yes Man, with Jim Carrey. Great film. I watched it years ago, and then I re-watched it about 6 months ago. But through all the comedy, there is some really important lessons there. And don't get me wrong, you shouldn't start saying yes to every single thing that comes across. You should learn when and how to say no. But the principles apply to what I'm talking about. So Google it, watch that film. So it is a great film. But change your attitude, change your mindset, and indirectly you will achieve your goals. Not every time you say yes to something, or you think you're going to do something that you're going to achieve. There is no way that I thought going to that landlord association meeting would eventually help me buy a barn and convert it to my dream home. And it didn't directly, but indirectly, dozens of times over, through the base point of those meetings and various other things that I did, have helped me do what I want to do. So that's it, really. Sorry it's a bit echoey. I've just realised, because there's not much in this space. But that's my video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you get the notifications every time I upload a new video. If you've got any comments, any suggestions on anything you would like me to talk about, I'm happy to do it. If I haven't got any experience in it, then I'll message you and tell you I can't. But if you've got any ideas or any suggestions or anything you'd like me to hear me talk about, please leave a comment at the bottom, and I'll do my best to record a video for you. But that's it from me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry I've done it slouched down on my sofa on a Saturday morning. Very chilled video. Sorry that I've probably been talking in a bit muffled as I'm sat here pretty much all relaxed. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like my Facebook page and follow me on Instagram. And obviously don't forget to smash the like like button on this YouTube video. That's it from me. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you all really soon.